good morning, and welcome to another episode of Skeeter Bass Champs Dock Talk. We are talking all things Cedar Creek Reservoir because March 15th is the day Cedar Creek is on the schedule. It's our fourth stop for the Skeeter Bass Champs Tournament Trail. And Jeff, what a week we are having right now. Warm temperatures in the night, warm temperatures in the day. I'm having a hard time just going to work right now.
Yeah, it's been one of those weeks in Texas that makes you proud to live here. But it's also Texas, and we're going to have some wind we need to talk about on Friday.
We are going to have some wind, but Saturday's looking good. We are going to get to that. I have a little housekeeping that we have to do first, though. On our last presentation for Sam Rayburn Reservoir, we promised to give away an Abu Garcia reel, and I see it still sitting on your desk back there.
It is. Who's the winner?
We don't know yet. We have not chosen a winner. So we had, and these are great odds. So we're going to give away something else this week. And so these are great odds. So you need to participate in this.
Absolutely.
We only had 30 people comment, like, and share. So this is a 1 in 30 chance to win an Abu Garcia reel, which is so cool. So what I want you to do right now, Jeff, is pick a number between 1 and 30.
29.
All right. We're going to do, 29. Well, that makes it easy. So let's see here. I'm going to pull it up. Let's see. I've got it somewhere here. Here we go. And 29 is going to be Shane Logan, 1579. Shane Logan loves the Dock Talk, and we're going to reply, well, guess what, comma, you just won the reel. He just won a reel. All right. So Shane won a reel. What are we giving away this week?
Man, this week's another cool prize. 20% off the Garmin store on any two products. So any two Garmin items, get a coupon code, 20% off.
Now, wait a minute. Do you have to buy two, or is it
up to two? You can buy no more than two.
So you can buy one Garmin at 20% off, but as a bonus, you could get two things at 20% off.
Absolutely.
20%, that's a big discount. So to get that 20%, you must comment on the video, like the video, and share the video. Of course, because if you don't comment on the video, we can't find you. Comment, share, like the video, and you could get 20% off a Garmin product of your choice up to two. Is that correct?
That's correct. Thanks to Garmin. Cool prize.
That's awesome. And also, of course, we've got the flipping contest on Friday night before the tournament on this coming Saturday. I'm not going to tell you what the keyword is right now because you've got to watch the whole podcast to get the keyword, or, you can cheat and just fast forward past it, but we've got some good information for you. So that's coming up a little bit later. I've got one more little bit of housekeeping to do because this is a big thing, and let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
25,000 cash guaranteed every hour. April 6th, Mega Bass on Lake Fork. In 2024, James Crawford won $15,000 in a new Skeeter. This year, it could be you. Open to all amateur anglers and all boat brands. $15,000 first place every hour. 15 places and $25,000 guaranteed every hour. Big Bass of the day wins $15,000 cash plus a Skeeter ZX200. Over $200,000 awarded in one day. April 6th, Mega Bass on Lake Fork. Visit basschamps.com for all the details.
And what's interesting is Bass Champs TV show, the television show, is going to air last year's Mega Bass right before this year's Mega Bass. And I've been working with the television guys on that and watching all of the big bass that have come in. And it's going to be real important to review the rules on that because a couple of guys missed out on some big money last year. And I know we're going to go over all of those rules in a future podcast, but yeah, Mega Bass April 6th, that's going to be something, $25,000 every hour.
The rules are always important.
The rules are very, very important. But you know what else is very, very important, Jeff? This weekend's weather. And I know it's been, it's Texas, it's March, the weather's changing on a hourly basis, but it looks like we've kind of got this weekend's forecast dialed in. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, everybody knows last weekend was rough and wet and windy and cold and hail. This week's very warm. Looks like we actually caught a break for Saturday. I don't know about Friday. Just looking at it, practice day looks bumpy. Obviously use other boat ramps, take caution there. Depends where this ridge kind of sets up, that's flying across the U.S. on Friday.
When you say flying, it's moving fast.
Yeah,
when I was
it's
watching some of the stuff this morning, they say that's going to be moving through like at 50 miles an hour. It's huge.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's kind of where it sets up, a little further north, and we get a lot less wind on Friday, a little further south, and we get even more wind. The good news is Saturday's tournament day. We've got a west wind there, way inside of, any issues at all for Cedar Creek. So, beautiful day. I mean, we're going to get down to, the 50s there, Friday night, almost back up to 80 on Saturday, and west wind. So ought to be great for takeoff, and great fishing day, especially as you alluded to earlier. It's full moon week. Full moon week in March.
It is a full moon coming up. So not only do we have the full moon coming up, we've got warm nights right now. The dogwood trees are blooming. Lance Vick is
Lance Vick's favorite.
Big on the dogwoods blooming. He actually sent me a text the other day on a blooming dogwood, and my good friend Nigel up the street has a dogwood in his front yard, and it's blooming right now.
Yeah, it's time.
It's time. The bass are moving up. I mean, this could be an epic catching weekend on Cedar Creek Reservoir.
Yes, and it should be almost all the way across the state, right? Anywhere from north to at least central Texas. It should be the premier weekend, based on moon phase, water temperature, and nighttime lows. So,
which is crazy because you said it just a second ago. Several of our good friends who were fishing bass tournaments last weekend were miserable, cold, and the hail was coming down. I got photos from friends. There was hail all over the front deck of their bass boats. It was a miserable weekend, and you take it 5 days later.
Welcome to Texas. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
We're looking at some of the most epic weather and setup for bass moving up and doing their business that we've seen all year.
Yeah, this should be the weekend.
It should be the weekend. So we're going out of Log Cabin, and for those of you who haven't gone out of Log Cabin before, and those who have gone out of Log Cabin with us for, over 20 years we've been going out of Log Cabin.
Almost over 25 years.
25 years.
The home of our first, that's where Chad and I hosted our first full day team event when we started night events. That was our first daytime weekend team event ever.
Yeah.
Out of the same boat ramp.
Log Cabin boat ramp. So go over with us the particulars on Log Cabin and what our anglers need to know about launching there.
Yeah, so Log Cabin's over the years been a great partner. There's multiple entrances into the city of Log Cabin, Texas there, that kind of in some ways all end up at the boat ramp. But what they always ask every year is the main entrance right there at what they call City Hall, that John's highlighting there. It's Alamo Drive. So if you just put Alamo Drive, or Alamo Road, I guess they call it, into your GPS, that takes you down the main road all the way to the boat ramp. You can stay on Alamo Road all the way to get past the old red barn there and the old log cabin to the boat ramp. There's other ways this wider gets you in there. They're going to actually have it blocked off, and they do that more than anything just for your own convenience, because it's not a good road to get to the boat ramp. But
it's a horror. It's a horror. When I come up Payne, when I go to Log Cabin, I go this direction right here on Payne Road, and my GPS always wants me to go wider.
Absolutely. Yeah,
about 4 years ago, I did go wider by accident, and you don't want to go wider.
You don't. You don't. And they should have them blocked off. But bottom line, take Alamo Road. Remember, you are in a neighborhood. It's not the people that live there's fault that you're running behind. Keep it under 25, which is plenty. I mean, keep it under 20. They'll have plenty of parking help there. It's $10 to launch. They'll collect that right at the gate. But great people. Use Alamo Road. Keep it under 25, and they're going to be glad we're here.
And it's $10 to launch, right?
Yep, covered that.
And I was coughing, so
no problem. I saw that.
I muted my mic. I was trying to be, crafty about it.
Right.
And the volunteers there, they're always so helpful, not only with getting you through the line quickly, but also the parking situation and all of that stuff. They're be really kind to those folks because they are volunteering.
Absolutely. And they are getting up early also. So
They are getting up real early.
and speaking of early, this time change has got me, safe flight was just around 6:30. Now, safe flight's at 7:30. It's hard to say that, but
Yeah, I mean, doing
we'll
this
probably take off closer to 7:15, but it's odd this time change this time of year.
It is. And, we're sitting here doing this podcast extra early this morning. I'm watching the sun come up, right here in my window. I can hear the birds in the background chirping, saying, go fishing, it's a beautiful day.
Better enjoy the weekend. Yeah, it's going to be hot before we know it.
It is going to be hot before we know it. All right. Predictions. I mean, here we go. I'm going to share the map. One of the great things about Cedar Creek Reservoir is there's so many productive areas on this lake. Obviously, here's Log Cabin right here. This is where we go out of tournament wise. I can't tell you how many tournaments have been won in this branch right here.
Caney.
Yeah, but I also can't tell you how many have been won here, how many have been won over here on this side of the lake, how many have been won for the guys that are willing to run all the way up north and, hit the ponds and the flats and all of that stuff up there. I mean, this lake really fishes a tournament well, doesn't it?
It does. Cedar Creek, not only does it have all those pockets and creeks and little draws, but, it's full of boat docks. So it's bulkheads and boat docks play big time this year, as well as just natural vegetation in the back of these pockets. The key here is it's the middle of March. It's a full moon. It's warm during the day, warm during the night. Fish are going to the bank. And
it's an all-day bite. I mean, the bite gets better as the day moves on, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, theoretically that should happen. And it should take some big weight both to win this event and just to get paid. I think the fishing is going to be really excellent.
And what are your predictions on what it's going to take to get a check and what you think is going to win it?
I think 17 gets paid, and I think it'll be tight. And I think 26, 27 wins.
27 wins.
Yeah, it's what Cedar Creek has in it. It could be a little more, a little less than all that, but that's pretty common for Cedar Creek on given these conditions.
I'm going to say 29 is going to win it.
Yeah, and it wouldn't shock me one bit. I gave you my prediction.
And I'm going to say with the weather the way it is shaping up, a lot of the wind that we'll have on Friday will save some of those fish for Saturday.
That is true.
Because you won't be able to stick as many as you normally would in practice.
Yeah, all the guys that don't like the Friday practice and everybody sore lips them, they should be happy this week.
So I think we're going to have a big turnout on Saturday. So we're going to pay quite a bit deeper, and I'm going to go with $16.50 gets a check.
You might as well round that up to 17, and then you and I are on the same page.
Yeah, I know, but I just had to be a little different. I wanted to, have my own opinions on.
Fair enough.
I would tell you exactly where I would run at it because I love fishing Cedar Creek, and I would tell you exactly where I would start on Cedar Creek Reservoir. But I had many people call me and say, John, don't tell anybody where you would start on Cedar Creek Reservoir.
Yeah. You tried that on Fork, and apparently your favorite spot was somebody else's favorite spot.
Yeah. So I am gonna keep my mouth shut. Although I would love to share my game plan for fishing because man, I'm just so jealous of those anglers that are going to be out there competing because we both know throughout the day, man, the fish are going to start moving up and at any moment you could get so right that it just makes you want to fish harder all day long.
Yeah. It's just one of the top premier days we have in Texas on a great fishery. And, we just, there's 1 or 2, 3 weekends like this all year, maybe one in the fall, 2 in the spring, and maybe 1 in the summer when the summer bite sets up that you have this opportunity. And it just so happens, I'd like to tell you I picked it that way, but it's just Mother Nature, and it all kind of lined up. And It ought to be a lot of fun.
Oh, it's Texas weather. We could just have easily had hail and high winds on Saturday this week, like so
We've
many
had plenty of
tournaments
that this
had.
year. Lake Fork wasn't much fun, so
Yeah.
in one of the Rayburn's, but yeah, it's just part of it. The tournaments are set almost a year in advance, and we just deal with the conditions given when we get there.
So we'll be set up Friday night for registration. You can come draw your number because we're 99.9% sure right now we're definitely going to have a controlled takeoff, correct?
That's correct.
All right. And we'll have the flipping contest set up. So, it's Lent right now. So I have to eat fish on Friday nights for Lent and do a little fasting. And so the key word this week I thought would be fun is salmon.
So you're eating fish before, but you're not fishing the term. All right. That's all right then. I got it. So, all right. Keyword salmon, get you a couple extra flips on Friday night.
Salmon gets you a couple of extra flips.
3 to 7.
Yeah.
Friday night, we'll be open again Saturday morning starting at 5 a.m. Be nice to the park staff. They're only there to help you slow down in the neighborhood. Use Alamo Drive. Oh, one more big thing, and this should have been brought up in the beginning, and we'll have it in the rules. It'll be posted everywhere, but all bridges are no wake all day.
Oh man, I'm so glad you said that because there's a lot of bridges on Cedar Creek, and all bridges have always been no wake for Bass Champs tournaments.
That's correct, but we just bring it up because there are so many bridges and a bridge right there at takeoff. So
yeah,
all bridges no wake, Cedar Creek, all tournament day. So,
and that's regardless if it's posted or not. You have to idle under the bridge.
No wake.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that back up. Salmon is the key word for the extra flip. If you like the video, comment on the video and share the video, you get a 20% off Garmin certificate that you can use on up to 2 products.
That is correct.
Got to comment, and share. Yeah. Yep. And our lucky winner for the reel, it was 1 in 30. So you want to definitely comment and share and get this information out
Shane
there.
Logan will be happy.
Yeah, Shane is going to be real happy. Make sure, Shane, that you contact Jeff at Bass Champs. Just go to the website, grab the telephone number, give it a call, and they'll make sure that you get that reel taken care of. And I am looking forward to seeing you at Cedar Creek Reservoir for an excellent tournament where I think 29 is going to win it. You think 27 is going to win it. And we're both in agreement that it's going to be around 17 to get a check.
Yeah, to get paid. I love it. Look forward to seeing you on Friday, Johnny.
Rock and roll. That wraps it up for this episode of Skeeter Bass Champs Dock Talk. Don't forget, comment, and share. You could get a 20% off certificate to Garmin, and we'll see you at Cedar Creek this weekend.
See you there.